Hey guys, what's up? Paul here. Welcome to Hub City Drones and Gadgets. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel, you guys. I do appreciate it. Hey, don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe and that notify button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Well, you guys, today we're going to check out the new and improved Ruko U11-Pro. Yep, you heard me right, new and improved. This drone is now more user and beginner friendly with a brand new controller design, larger propellers for more stable flight, and a wind resistance level of 5 now. And they even made the arms on this drone thicker to help it withstand crashes a little bit better. They even improved the camera on this dude, you guys, with a 2.5 and 4K UHD options at 25 frames per second. Plus, now it comes with 2 batteries for a total flight time of 52 minutes, which is really awesome. The price, really awesome to you guys. Right now on Amazon, right around 280 bucks. But I did notice a $50 off clickable coupon, limited time that is. So that means you can get this dude right now for around $230. That's a damn good deal for this GPS drone, you guys. The link in the description. But before you click that link, let's go unbox it. We'll check everything out, show you how to set it all up. Then we'll get this dude in the air, give it a test flight, and we're going to see just what it can do. Let's go. All right, you guys, let's get our Ruko U11-Pro, our new and improved Ruko U11-Pro out of the box. Here's the box that it comes in. Super cool picture of the drone on the front. That's awesome. U11-Pro, Ruko logo here. On the side, you got some of the features and a bunch of yada, yada, yada on the back. And then on the side, you have your QR code for your app. It's the Ruko Fly app. That's cool. But we're going to get this dude out of here and see what we got. So here we go. Nice. All right, get that out of our way. And of course, we get one reusable Ziploc baggie. Pack your lunch in there. Check it out. Nice case. Cool. Got the Ruko logo here. It's soft-sided hard case. Dual zippers, and of course, a little carrying handle so you can take it where you need to go. But let's open this dude up and see what we got. Guys ready? Here we go. Doo-doo. All right, we're going to go for the lid first and check all this out. I see a whole bunch of goodies up here. So let's see. Yes, we're going to go with the manual first. So on this drone, you actually get a manual and you get a quick start guide, which is really, really cool. So here's your safety disclaimer and user manual right here. And then you get your flight knowledge and quick start guide version 4.0 right here. Check it out. Got a little quick start guide in here. You can keep this in your case so you don't have to search through your manual for the page. Everything you need to know right here to get you started up in the air and going. Just don't use this before you fly your drone first. As your reference to know what this drone can do, you want to use this one first, which is your actual user manual. Ruko actually does a really good job with their manuals. They're super detailed, and I like the graphics in it. Really cool. You got colored pictures. It just tells you everything, how to do all the GPS intelligent features, calibrating it, all that other good stuff. Don't get your drone, you guys. I say it all the time, but don't get this drone. You're going to pay $200, $300, $400 for a drone. Charge the batteries, put it in the air right away to fly it before you know what it can and can't do. You don't want to crash the drone and then you're out of drone. You only had it for 5 minutes in the air before you crashed it. Always read your manual, guys, top to bottom. Don't be a drone dummy. All right, what else we got? Let's see. This, I think, is going to be our USB charging cables. It is, check it out. So you do get 2 USB charging cables, which is really cool because normally you only get one and you got 2 or 3 batteries and a controller that need to be charged, but they only include 1 USB cable. Not usually a big deal. You probably have a bunch of them laying around the house like I do, but Ruko gave us 2. So that's awesome. Then we have 1 full set of replacement propellers. So that is cool. 2, 4, 6, there should be 8 of them in here. Looks like it. I'm not going to open it because we're going to get through this because I want to get this dude set up and get him in the air. And then you get your screws that go with your propeller. So they actually include replacement screws as well, which is cool. If you don't have to, don't use the original screws when you change the propellers. It's always just a good idea to put new ones in there so they get nice and tight. You don't have to worry about them falling off. And you do get 1 drone propeller removal tool, aka Phillips head screwdriver. All right, time for the good stuff, you guys. Here we go. Check it all out. We're going to go with this box right here because I do believe this is going to be battery 1 of 2. So you do get 2 batteries with this drone. All right, there it is. And you get, they are 7.6 volt 1900 mAh LiPo, as I like to call them, drone engines. You can charge these batteries with a 5 volt 2 or 3 amp charger box, which is really cool. Charge time per battery, 2.5 hours, and you're going to get close to 26 minutes of flight time. Remember, that's perfect condition, so you're more than likely going to get closer to, I want to say 21 to 22 minutes or so, depending on the speed you're in, the intelligent features you do, all that other good stuff. But we have our power button right here. And you just press it and your battery comes on. You have your LED indicator lights right there that will tell you your battery level. There's 4 of them, so you got 25% per LED. We're at 25% right here. It's also got a little bumper on the bottom because this actually incorporates into the body of the drone. So this acts as a little landing bumper for the bottom of the drone as well. You have your lock buttons right here to slide them in. And you have your connectors right here. And long press it. And it shuts the battery off. So that is our power button for the drone. I like when they're on the battery. That's pretty cool. But that's battery number 1. We'll get to battery number 2 in a minute because now we're going to get this controller out here because this is one of the improvements of this drone. They have totally changed the controller on this drone. You get a cheat sheet here, U11-Pro remote control operation guide. Tells you where the joysticks are, what they do, what all the buttons on here do. You have a QR code here to get some tech and video support. And it even has arrows pointing down here to let you know they did not forget to put the joysticks on it. They are actually right here under the controller, which is really awesome. And on the back, you just got a couple little warnings and precautions to follow right here, telling you all the good stuff about charge the drone when receiving it, charge time, 5 volt 2 or 3 amp charger box for mobile phone operations, all that stuff. For more detail, search Ruko U11-Pro first flight video on YouTube or search for Hub City Drones and Gadgets video because it's probably a lot better. One cheat sheet. This is the controller, you guys. Check it out. They've totally made a brand new controller for this drone. I absolutely love this controller too because it is really easy to grip onto and hold. When you're flying the drone, you can reach all the buttons are right within finger reach. You're not coming over here or reaching over there. You know, it's just awesome. Got some rubber grips here on the side to help you grip onto it. And I like that it has these little, I guess you could call them like grip bumps here on the back where your fingers can go in here to hold on to it. Absolutely love this controller. It is really cool. It is a 2.4 gigahertz controller, by the way, and this dude has a 3.7 volt 500 mAh LiPo battery built right into it. Your charger port's right down here between your joystick nubs. You can charge your controller same way, 5 volt 2 or 3 amp charger box. Full charge time for your controller is 1 hour, but you get up to 3.5 hours of use. So even if you order 2 more batteries or 1 more battery, if you have 3 or 4 batteries for this drone, you can absolutely get through all 4 batteries on 1 charge on this drone, and that is really awesome. On the top of the controller, check this out. We have our camera adjustment wheel up and down. Over here is your video and your picture button. Short press takes a picture. If you long press it, it will start recording video. Check this out right here. It says, it's upside down, it says pull, because this is our built-in cell phone holder, and this is really cool, you guys. Watch this. You're going to grip it here, you're going to open it and pull it straight out, and look at that. Our antennas are actually these metal rods right here. The wire is up inside those to give you your antenna range, your controller range. But look at the spread on this dude, you guys. It opens up really wide. I have an S23 Ultra, and I can actually fit it in here with my OtterBox case on it. So that is awesome. The phone rests in here really good too. It's got some bumpers up top, and it's got this rubber deep groove in here. So what I really like about this is that the buttons on your phone don't get in the way. You know, when you put it in some controllers, the volume turns all the way up or down, or the screen shuts off because it hits the power button. Not so on this one. There's plenty of room in there to rest them in there. So that is really cool. And I love that it just kind of pops right back in, right into the controller. On the front, of course, we have our joysticks, which are, as I showed you a minute ago, underneath this dude. We're going to get these out here. We'll pop them on real quick so you can see what they look like on the controller. But they just go right in here, and you just screw them in like so. Check it out. I'll show you something else I like about these joystick nubs, you guys. If I can get this one in here anyway. There it goes. All right. So if you're one of those that like to fly your drone side thumbed, as I call it, where you use the sides of your thumb to fly the drone. I've seen a guy do this before. I can't do it. It looks kind of cool, but if you do, check this out. These joysticks actually have some rubber bumpers right in here to make it more comfortable on your thumbs, which I really like. And I like the nubs up here aren't sharp and pokey at all. They're really comfortable on your finger. So that is cool. And I love the range of these joysticks. They're not real flimsy or tight. I mean, they're actually just about perfect. I love the feel and the movement of these joysticks. That is really cool. Got your Ruko logo on the front. Oh, and not to mention, this is a really cool shiny black background on here too. But our Ruko logo's here. Over here, this button right here, this is actually going to be your recenter button for your camera. So if your camera's pointing down or whatnot and you want it to go back up right away, instead of using the wheel, you can just push that button and the camera will go right back up to center point, which is really awesome. The button over here, this is our GPS on and off button. So you can press this button to get out of GPS mode. It'll put it into attitude mode. That's for flying indoors. You can fly them outside in attitude mode as well. Just remember, if you don't have GPS on, you're going to lose all your GPS fail-safe features, the automatic return to home, all that other good stuff. So, but it's there if you want to use it. Down here is the ever important return to home pause button. Press this in, the drone goes into return to home mode. It'll come back to the last recorded takeoff point. In the middle, I love this. This is our speed switch right here. And I like that it's a switch, not a button, and you don't have to use the joystick to push it in to change the speed. We have Cine mode as speed 1, normal mode, and then sport mode. So we got 3 speeds on this dude. And then you have your power button. Long press it. And check it out. We have power. You got your 4 LED status lights here. This is your battery indicator right here. And your blue one is a status indicator for your connection. I'll show you that, what it does in the setup. Your charger port here on the bottom. I showed you that, I believe, already. But that's the controller, you guys. Definitely big change to the drone with this controller. It's definitely beginner and user friendly for sure. Only a handful of buttons right here. And the same with the top. You don't have a bunch of different buttons and all that stuff. So definitely a beginner friendly controller. Long press, turn it off. And of course, take your joysticks out like so. And then you just pop them back into the bottom here. Just like that. Check that out. If I can get that one in there. And that is our U11-Pro controller. Now we're going to, hey, stay open. Now we're going to get this dude out of the box here or its case, and we're going to check this drone out, you guys. Here we go. All right, I'm going to lift them this way, and you guys should probably do the same thing when you get your drone because the battery is not locked into the back and it will fall out on you. But we're going to get this case out of our way real quick, and then I'm going to get the battery out of here before it falls out. There is a little rubber bumper right in here, you guys, to keep the battery from making a connection. So make sure you take that out. I mean, you're going to have to, it won't make connection and your drone won't power on. But don't think the battery doesn't fit. That's actually in there just for shipping purposes only. But let's open this dude up and check him out. Oh, the arm's actually locked into place really good. It's actually got like a double, what is that, 1, 2, like a triple lock. So that's cool. But there it is, opened up. You can see here, they have made the propellers a little larger, and they are slightly thicker, it feels like, as well. Our brushless motors are right here. Cool little dudes, check them out. And we have dual propellers. They're not hinged propellers. And I can already feel the difference in the thickness on these arms. Remember, they did make this plastic on the arms thicker to withstand crashes more. Again, more beginner friendly. First time using it, you're probably going to crash it a couple times. Hopefully you won't, but if it happens, this thing should hold up pretty good in a couple of crashes without cracking on you or messing anything up. So that I like. So you can feel a difference in here. And check it out. Now you can see, I hope you can see that. I'm going to try to get up so you can see it. Anyway, there's an A1 here, and over here you have a B1. So they actually have the arms labeled really well where you can see them. Remember, there is an A arm and a B arm, and it does the same thing down here on the bottom. You have your A arm here and your B arm here. So you do have A and B propellers, so make sure you put the propellers on the right arm, or this drone isn't going to fly pretty if it flies at all. All right, we're going to slide the battery in this dude. Your connectors are here. The battery goes in this way, and it just slides right in like so. Check it out. And it locks in. It's in there really good. It will not come out. Remember, you got to squeeze your little lock buttons here to pull it out. But this is what the bottom looks like with the battery in it. Check it out, you guys. So it does have an optical flow sensor on it right here. I can see the little pinhole. I'm not sure you'll see it, so I'm not going to put it all the way up to the camera because you probably can't see it. You have your SD card slot right here in front of your battery. I have one in it already. Check it out. So to insert your SD card, your gold prongs here go facing the butt or the back of your drone, and the wording goes up toward the camera. There is also a little picture right on here. This sticker shows you which way the SD card goes in. Just follow that. You'll get it in with no problem at all. You can see here up to a 32 gigabyte SD card. Or make sure it's a class 10 U3 or higher so it can handle the 4K and the 2.7K video that this dude records. We'll get into that some more. Cool design. You can see there's the rubber bumper again. You got a couple of them here and on the end of the legs here for your landing just to cushion it somewhat. We have some LED status lights right here. And on the side, you have your serial number, which you will need to register it with the FAA. And we're going to get into that right now. Oh, and don't forget, we got a status light right here on the back too, which is really cool. So the weight on this drone, you guys, is 278 grams or 9.8 ounces. So you do have to register it with the FAA. You are also going to have to take the trust test. That's the recreational UAS safety test. It's a knowledge-based test. It's not a pass or fail, honestly. I think it's like five or six chapters. There's 4 or 5 questions after each chapter. Answer the questions, get them all right, move on to the next chapter. If you don't get one right, you can go back, find the answer, and then go to the questions again, mark it right that time, and it will take you to the next chapter. So it's not like if you don't get a certain percentage score, you're going to fail it and you got to wait 6 months to take it over. That's not the case. You can keep doing it until you get all of them right, and then you pass it. Get a cool little certificate saying that you passed the trust knowledge test. And now, as of September 16th, I believe it was, we do have to do remote ID on all drones that weigh over 249 grams. At 278 grams, this dude's going to need remote ID. I am not sure if Ruko came out with a remote ID module yet. I would imagine they're going to comply with all of that. I know there's a few of them floating around on Amazon. I'll try to get a hold of a couple of them. I'll do some unboxing review videos on the different remote IDs, and we'll figure out what's the best, most affordable one to get. Don't worry about the weight. They're probably going to add a little weight to your drone, but it's not going to be a ton of weight, and it's really not going to make a difference because the drone's already over 249 grams, so you still have to register it no matter what. So it is going to add probably a little bit of weight to the drone, but we'll have to wait and see who comes out with what and what the weight of them is and all that other good stuff. All right, back to our drone, you guys. The range on this dude is 499 meters or 1,640 feet. That's a pretty good range, especially as a beginner. Remember, you got to keep it in your VLOS anyway, visual line of sight. Once this dude gets about 4 or 5, maybe 600 feet away, he's going to get harder to see. So that's a really good range on it. That's your drone range and your FPV range. So that's a really decent FPV range on a drone as well. But now we're going to check out the camera on this dude. So you do get somewhat of a gimbal cover. It's not really a gimbal cover. I think it's just on here for shipping because it's just a thin piece of plastic. If you want to keep it, you can. I put it back on just to protect it. And on your camera, you do have a little piece of protective coating on there. So make sure you take that off or your videos and your pictures are going to look horrible. But there's our camera, you guys. 4K UHD. And 2.7K UHD. Very cool. You can switch the resolutions. It'll help just save you space on your SD card. I always do 4K. I think it looks a lot better. As you can see, it's not really on a gimbal. It's more on a shock system. Maybe a one-axis gimbal, I guess you could call it. So you're going to have a little bit of shake with your video and stuff when you're flying it around. But if you're hovering it in a calm wind, taking pictures and video, shouldn't be no problem at all. They should come out decently steady. The field of view on this camera is really good too, you guys. 120 degrees. So that's awesome. The adjustable range on this dude is -90 degrees to 0 degrees. Your pictures resolutions are 3040 by 2160p. Now that's to your SD card and to your cell phone. So you don't have to worry about your pictures. They're all going to be taken in 4K no matter where you save them. Video, that's a whole nother story. Video resolution is 3840 by 2160p. That's your 4K UHD, or 2560 by 1440, which is your 2K HD. That is on your SD card only. So you do have to have this SD card in here if you want that high resolution video. If you don't, you can still record video without the SD card, but it's only going to record it at 720p to your cell phone. So your pics are in JPEG, your videos are all in MP4. But you guys, there we go. We have unboxed the Ruko U11-Pro. Actually, we've unboxed the new and improved Ruko U11-Pro. Let's get this dude set up, you guys. I want to get him in the air and check him out. Okay guys, here we go. We're going to get our Ruko U11-Pro, our new and improved U11-Pro, set up. First thing we need to do is pair the controller and the drone. It is self-pairing, so it's really easy to do. All you need to do is power it on. So we'll turn on our controller first. It doesn't matter if you do the drone or the controller first. Either way will work. You can see here our LED lights are blinking on our controller. Now we're going to power on the drone. It can take up to 40 seconds the first time you pair these two together. After that, I noticed it's actually rather quick, and I'll show you here. So we'll power on our drone. Long press the power button. There we go. And check it out. It beeped. It beeped again. Our lights are alternating. You can see it goes red here, and then in the back, it's blinking green. This means you are paired, and also our LED lights on our controller are now solid. The white ones, the blue one does blink, but that's it. You're paired. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do the compass calibration on this dude. It is GPS, so you do have to calibrate the compass. I personally would recommend that you calibrate the drone each time before you fly it, and while you're flying it and you land it, swap the batteries out. I would calibrate it again real quick. Some people say you don't have to do it that often. I do it. Better safe than sorry. And as you're going to see here in a couple seconds, it does not take very long to do at all. All right, compass calibration. You're going to take both joysticks and you're going to go up and out with them to put this dude in the calibration mode. So we're going to go up and out. There they go. You heard it beep. And I'll show you on the back. Our green light is no longer blinking because now it is in compass calibration mode. First one we're going to do is the horizontal calibration. You're going to take your drone and you're going to hold it like so. I recommend doing it about 3 feet off the ground. Usually right about chest high is the perfect height to do it. Let me get this controller over here so I don't knock it over. And you're going to rotate your drone. Doesn't matter if you go left or right. You're going to rotate him horizontally just like this. And it's about 3 full turns-ish. Somewhere around there. Once it gets there, the controller will beep. All right, there you go, just to let you know you're done. And check it out, our backlight is now blinking green. Now we're going to do the vertical calibration. You're going to hold your drone like so. And you can see here, our red LEDs are now solid. You're going to turn this way. It does not matter camera up or camera down. And again, it doesn't matter which way you go. And you're going to rotate it again until your controller beeps. It's about 2.5 turns, I think, is what I counted right there. Maybe 3, but not quite. And there it goes. And you can see our green light is blinking back here now, and our red ones up here are alternating arms. So we are compass calibrated. So the next thing we need to do is the gyro calibration. This is what helps the drone get a nice level, steady hover, and read the land and all that other good stuff. So we're going to calibrate the gyros. Again, I would recommend doing this right after you do your compass calibration each time. Again, takes literally 2 seconds to do. So to do our compass calibration, you're going to take your controller and you're going to, instead of going up and out, you're going to go down and out with your joysticks. This light will blink really quick and the controller will beep, and that's pretty much it. And remember, do your gyro calibration on a flat level surface all the time. Don't do it on an angled surface or hold it in your hand and do it. It will not calibrate it right. So here we go, down and out. And there goes, just like that. You do have to hold the joysticks down there for a couple seconds. It won't do it immediately. See if I can get it to do it again and show you what I'm talking about. But you come down and out, hold it in there like that, let them go, and check it out. Or gyro calibration. We already did the compass ball. Gyro calibration. We're completely calibrated, you guys. So this dude is technically ready to put up in the air and fly. So the next thing we're going to need to do is we need to connect to the drone's Wi-Fi signal. Again, really easy to do. You don't need internet connection. You can use an old cell phone as long as it has a Wi-Fi, can connect to a Wi-Fi signal. It doesn't necessarily have to have a provider on it or anything like that, a cell phone provider. As long as it can connect to a Wi-Fi signal, you can make it your drone phone and you can use that for your FPV view and to use the app. Alright, so go to wherever your Wi-Fi settings are on your phone or tablet. You can use a tablet as well to fly this dude if you want. And wait for your signals, your available networks to refresh. You can see it. It just popped up right there. Ruko U11-Pro 5D1AF0. Those last 6 digits are usually different for each drone. We're going to tap on it. The first time you do this, you may get a pop-up, you guys, telling you you're connected with no internet. That's perfectly okay. And you may get a pop-up telling you, or asking you rather, if you'd like to keep the Wi-Fi connection or switch to cellular data. Keep the Wi-Fi connection because cellular data will not work for what you want it to do. We're connected without internet, not secure. It's all good. You're not connecting anyone else's Wi-Fi signal. This is just the drone. This is what it uses to send you your FPV feed and do all those fancy intelligent features. But we're going to hit done because we are connected. And now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check out the app. It is the Ruko Fly app. I put a picture of it on the screen there so you can see what the icon for the app looks like. It is free in Google Play and the App Store. So let's go ahead and open the app and check it out. I'll give you guys a quick tour of the app. Alright, here we go. This is the main screen of the Ruko Fly app. You can see up here in the top right, you have U11-Pro. Or you can use the U11. They both use the same app. We have the Pro. So that's what we're going to do. And then check this out, you guys. Look at that little package right there. If you tap on this package, these are 3 free gifts you can pick from Ruko. And check that out. You can get a free battery, a free landing pad, or a free set of propellers. What? Really cool. You can only choose one. All you're going to do is pretty much tap one, say battery. You're going to put in your email address, your order number, Amazon order number. Submit it. It'll send them over to them. They'll get it all taken care of, and they'll ship you guys whatever you pick, the battery, the propellers, or the landing pad. That's really cool that they do that. Over here now, we'll start at the bottom and go up. You have a free call. If you tap this, this puts a customer service number on there that you can call, or you can go to support. If you tap on here, it will open up and it'll say support or report an issue. So if you need help or have an issue with the drone, you can report it right here through the app. Your instructions, this opens up another sub menu here. You have a video guide, kind of what I'm doing here, showing you guys how to do all this. You have an app guide, which is really cool because this opens up the app here and it tells you what everything is on the app and where everything is at. So really cool you have that in the app so you have it with you no matter where you're flying your drone. And then next to that, you actually have a full user manual. Check that out. In the app, the whole thing is right there. So no matter what, if you're flying the drone and you need to know something, you have your app right there, which is really cool. And then of course you also have the flight knowledge and quick start guide is in here as well. Down there at the bottom, contact us at rukotoy.com. That's their email address. We're going to get back out of here. Above our instructions, this is our photo album. You can tap on this. This is where all your pictures are that you've taken, all your videos. I haven't done any yet. And you can go to your SD card and you can get your videos off your SD card. That is where you want to go to get your 4K and your 2.7K videos. Now we're going to hit controls and we're going to jump inside this app here and I'm going to give you guys a little tour of it. Here we go. All right. So here is your first flight guide video. You can skip this, and I believe there's an option where you can check it so it will not pop up again. But since we're doing it for the first time, I'm going to go through it and show you what you got to do. It shows you how to get set up. You hit start. Look at that. That's cool animation right there too. Shows you how to unfold the drone, turn it on, go to next. It's going to get you set up on your controller, how to put your nubs on there, insert the phone. Then you're going to go over here. It's going to show you how to connect to the Wi-Fi. So really cool. Ruko has really made the app, the drone, and the controller super easy for beginners to use, you guys. Go to next. It's going to do your calibration. We're going to hit no longer remind. I don't want to do that. We're going to go. And we are in the app. And check it out, you guys. We actually have video. Pretty cool. That means we are successfully connected to our Wi-Fi. I'm going to move that camera down a little bit. It's up a little higher than I thought it would be. But check it out, you guys. Not a bad picture at all. Remember, when you're flying it, there is no gimbal, so it will have a little bit of a shake to it. But overall quality, that's pretty damn good, you guys. All right, let's go through this thing real quick. So waiting for GPS signal, this red bar right here, this will actually change colors and it will turn to like a bluish green color when you've connected to enough satellite signals and you're in a safe GPS mode to fly. This is your satellite disturbance signal. If this thing jumps to over 200, which it's very rare that it will do that, but if it does, it's recommended that you land the drone and you recalibrate everything. But that's just something new. Most apps I haven't seen this on. It's kind of something new that I've just started seeing on here. Next to that, the satellite, exactly what it is. That is our satellite signal strength. We're indoors, so we only have one bar, which makes a lot of sense. Then you have your controller signal strength. This is the strength between the controller and your drone. Your drone's battery level, we're at 94%. Super cool there. This little settings wheel, this is what we're going to open so I can show you guys what's all in here. These are where all your settings are. So you can see here we're in beginner mode. When you first get this drone, you guys, it defaults to beginner mode. That's the way it comes to you. So you can see here, we're limited flight distance to 98 feet. Your flight altitude is 66 feet and your return to home altitude is also 66 feet. You cannot move these sliders even if you try. It is in beginner mode. I would recommend using beginner mode at least for the first battery flight till you get used to how the drone's going to handle and you know where all the controllers and buttons and everything are. But once you're ready, you can tap that slider right there on the right, on the other side of beginner mode. It will turn it off. Now, check it out. You can slide everything all the way up. 1641 for your max distance. Your max height is 394 feet because you cannot go over 400 feet. FAA no-no. So most of these drone apps limit you to 394 to 96 feet. So you have a little cushion so you don't go up above that 400 feet and break that rule. Return to home altitude. Same thing. You can go all the way up to 394 feet if you want. I usually leave mine right about 125 feet-ish. Down here, remarks, return altitude should be less than the flight altitude, so never match them for whatever reason. Track, this is your flight log. This is really cool too, you guys. You have your total flight time, your total flight distance, how many meters you've flown in total, number of total flights. Then over here, you have your footprint, visited regions. There's 4 here. I'm not sure why it says 4 because I've only been to one place, but there's 4. Max mileage you've gone, max altitude, and your max speed that you've gone. All flight record. This is kind of really a neat little log here. Kind of geeky. A lot of information in here. So you can pick the date, and we'll go down here. We'll just pick this one. But check this out, you guys. It tells you the mode you're in, the state, the battery, your speed, your height, your distance, your pitch, your yaw, satellite numbers, your accuracy, your longitude, your latitude. All of that is in there under this flight record, and it goes pretty much by the second. Look at that. That is just really cool. So if you like all that geeky info like that, it's all there for you. It's really cool. I've not seen that on any other app where it details that much information on your flight. Down below that, find your drone. That will open up a map. That will show you where the last known location of your drone was. So if it crashes and it loses power, it's going to mark that spot, and that's where your drone is. You can go by the map to find your drone. It's not going to be an exact, accurate area where it's at, but it'll get you within, I'd say, 10 to 20 feet of your drone. So you should be able to find it with no problem whatsoever. Flight log sharing, you can share your flight log with whoever you may want to. Calibrate, just what that says. You can calibrate your compass and your gyro right here in the app. If you don't want to use the joysticks on the controller to do it, you can do it this way. Then you have your UAV version number and your app version number. I'm going to go back to parameters, and now we're going to hit these three little dots up here, you guys, because check this out. You can change the units. It defaults, I believe, to metric. I've already changed mine to feet, which is feet and miles per hour, feet, inches, all that stuff. You have metrics, meters per second, or you do the metrics, kilometers per hour. You can turn the track off on the drone if you don't want it to keep a record of your flight track. The prompts, that's up in that little left-hand corner where I showed you it was red and it will turn to the greenish blue. You can turn that off if you want. Your voice prompt, it does talk to you. So if you don't want her to talk to you, that sounds wrong, but if you don't want her to talk to you, you can turn her off. And then your storage settings. This is where you can pick your 2.5K or your 4K video. I'm leaving mine in 4K. Now we're going to get out of here. We're going to hit the back button. Alright, let's keep going. Now this drone may shut off on me, guys. It does have a battery save feature. I'll try to get through it before it does, but if I don't, we'll just keep going. So below our setting wheel and all that stuff right here, the 58.0G, that is our SD card. You can tap on this. You can format your SD card right here through the app if you want to do it that way. Really cool. Remember, it will delete everything that's on that card if you do the format. Below that, it's our picture and video button. You do have to tap it to switch between picture and video. You can see there, you can take a picture. And then down here, we'll start video. And below our shutter button, this is where our album is. Again, you can access the album through the app. If you tap on it, all your pictures again and your videos and your SD card, everything will be on there. Down below here, this is your vertical speed. Then you have your distance speed, and it's still in meters per second. For some reason, it does not change it to miles per hour. Only the distance and the height has changed to the feet, to the imperial or metric one there. Next to that, this is your little mini map. You can tap this map. You can turn it into a square map here, like a Google map. You can tap that little thing in the corner. It will put it back right where it is. Or if you tap it again, you can actually put the map up on the screen and have your little FPV camera view right there in the lower corner. If you want to see where you're flying around, or, you know, where Bob's house is or what street's coming up, you can do it that way. We'll tap it again. Back to there we go. This little arrow above this map, this is our intelligent features. So you have your joysticks, which you can actually put joysticks on the screen and you can fly the drone that way. You have your GPS follow mode. You can tap this. Of course, we're not enough satellite signals ready to go. It'll give you a warning asking you if you want to start. Slide the slider and we'll start it. Then you have your filters. This is kind of cool because you can change the filters. Check it out, to all these different ones. Look in the background there. Isn't that cool? Oh, fisheye one. I've never seen that one. That one's really cool. So we'll go back to the normal one. You can't really see it here on the app, but there's another setting right next to filters here. It says dog on gi or something like that. There it is. Check it out. Now you can see it. Watch in the background now what the video does. Look at that, you guys. You can split them up. You can do it in 3s. You can do it in 4s, 6s, and then in 9s. Check that out. So while you're flying, you can record video and put all those different squares on the screen, and it will come out in your video that way. It's really cool to do. I'll put it back in case I forget. Hit filters, it'll go away. Then you have, check it out, our VR mode, where it splits the screen in half. You can put a pair of VR goggles on, fly the drone around. Super cool and fun to do. Down below, this is our route planning. I don't know if it'll let me do it. No, it won't. So route planning is your waypoints. It'll open up the map, and you can put up to, I want to say it's 16 different points on the map. Hit go, and that the drone will actually fly to each point in order. You can record video. You can adjust your height of the drone and the camera angle while it's doing that. So you can, 16 different pinpoints you want that drone to go to, take pictures and video. It's really cool to do. I'll show it to you when we do the test flight. fly around. This is also known as point of interest. Again, we're not in the air, won't let me do it, but this is the one where you can put the drone over an object, hit this button right here, fly around, the drone will back up, and it will keep that object in the center of the circle, and it will do a radial circle around that object. And again, you can raise and lower the drone and the camera up and down while you're doing that. Makes a really cool video. And then you have your camera angle, where you can adjust your camera angle right here on a slider, if you want to do it that way. Very cool. Tap the arrow again, those will go away. Next is our return to home button. It won't do anything because we're on the ground, so there's no need to return to home. Tap this, the drone will come back to its last known recorded takeoff point. So if you're flying that drone and you land it somewhere else for whatever reason and take off again, that will be your new return to home site. So keep that in mind, you guys. Then you have your 1 key takeoff and your 1 key land button. And that, you guys, is the Ruko Fly app. We are completely set up. We are calibrated. We are ready to go. I say we go get this dude in the air and we check him out. Let's go. All right, you guys, here we go. We're going to get the new and improved Ruko U11-Pro up in the air. I'm going to unlock the motors. I'm going to take off with him. I'm going to go ahead and use the joystick to take off, but here we go. Nice.
Fly.
Cool. The app is talking to us. And look at that. Nice, steady hover. So we got a great calibration on this dude. Oh, the LED lights are actually pretty bright. Even in the daytime, you can see them pretty good. Check it out. I hope you can see them in the camera. I don't know if you can, but check that out. Cool. The motors sound awesome. For being so small, they sound pretty damn strong. All right, we're in speed 1, so let's go ahead and go through the speeds, you guys, and we'll check them out. Here we go with speed 1. Nice, comfortable speed. So if you're a beginner, you don't have to worry about it taking off on you on speed 1. That's actually a really nice, comfortable speed. Do a little flyby here. That was me with the joystick. It wasn't the drone. So we got the wind picking up a little bit, but he's doing pretty good. Holding his speed good in speed 1. So we're going to go against the wind now and check him out. We'll see what he does. Here we go. Nice. He levels out really good too. That's cool. But great speed for video. So I'll show you what it looks like, speaking of video, through the app. This is your FPV view on speed 1. Now remember, guys, when I show you this camera, remember there is no gimbal on here. So you're going to have a little bit of shake if there's a lot of wind. So if you're in a nice calm day, it shouldn't be bad at all. But again, for a beginner to start out with, this is awesome. What's up, guys? Cool. Nice stop. Not much of a drag at all. That's cool. All right. 2 beeps. You heard it. Here we go. Speed 2. There we go. Now we're talking. And still, again, not an intimidating speed at all. That is super cool. Sweet. I like that you can see those LED indicator lights here in the daytime. That's cool. A lot of times you can't see them during the day. Check him out. And speed 2 through the app. Turn them nice and slow. Not a bad picture. Again, you got a little shake, but just look at the quality of the video. It's actually really good. All right. We're going to crank it up a notch, you guys. Here we go. We're going to go to speed 3. Get ready. So we'll get him over here. Woo. Again, not a bad drag on speed 2 either. He hardly drags his butt at all. That's cool. 3 beeps. Turbo mode, I'm going to bring him up a little bit because I don't know how much of a nosedive he's going to do. But here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nice. Oh, good turn radius on speed 3. That's awesome. Got a little bit of a nosedive, but he levels himself out, which is really cool. And of course, I'll show you guys speed 3 through the app. Here we go. Bring him up a little bit here. Nice. So he does have a little bit more of a drag when you let go of the joystick on speed 3, but most of them do. That's cool though. He slowed himself down. Whoa, look at him fighting that wind. Damn. Alright, so it's not going to be real fair for this camera because the wind has picked up a little bit. Hopefully it'll stop here in a minute, but I want to shoot him up, let you guys see what the camera looks like. We'll check out the smoothness of the adjustment of the camera up and down. Alright, let's go. Let's shoot him up there. We're going to check it out. So again, I said it before, I know I'll say it again. No gimbal. Keep that in mind. Try to pay attention to the resolution on this camera because the resolution is actually really nice. It's 4K to the SD card, but even on the FPV screen, which I believe it's probably 720p, check this out. That's not bad at all. So here's the adjustment on the gimbal. Little shaky, not bad. Go back up here. Check it out. It catches a lot of the color and stuff, so that's cool. Remember, this again is just our FPV view too. All right, we're going to turn him a little. Yeah, look at that wind's kicking, but he's doing a good job. It's not as shaky as I thought it was going to be. All right, I'm going to hit record on the app. Make sure my volume's all the way up here. All right, now this is going to be on the SD card. I'm going to shut up for a complete turn, and I'm actually going to put the 4K video from the SD card up here now so you guys can see what that looks like. Boy, look at him shake now with that wind. Damn. All right, here we go. All right, let's get that dude back down here, and we're going to check out a couple of these intelligent features. Whoa, look at him shaking the wind, boy. All right, let's get him over here so I'm clear of that pavilion over there. All right, dude. So you notice he is shaking in this wind, but check it out. He's still holding his position. The GPS is working really, really good on this drone. So if you're flying him, you're new, beginner, whatever, and he starts to shake around like that, he's just fighting the wind to try to keep his GPS lock is all he's really doing. He's not going to go nowhere on it. As you can see right there, he shook quite a bit, and he stayed right there. He might drift left or right a little bit, but he's going to go right back to where you stopped him at. He's remembering that spot, which is cool. So great GPS module on this drone. All right, let's open the app and check out some intelligent features. All right, let's try the fly around real quick here. We're going to tap it. He'll shoot over to where he wants to line up a few feet from your center point of your point of interest. See there, he's going to turn. Now he's going to back himself up, and he's going to start to turn. And what's really cool about the point of interest on this drone, you guys, is check this out. You can actually make him go further away while he's doing it, which makes a super cool video. Check it out. And we can back them up quite a bit too. Look at that. That's cool. So I'll show you the drone. Check him out. He's going, and we'll bring him even closer. Watch this. I'll bring him into us. Tighten that circle up a little bit. Check him out. And we'll bring him way out again. Check this out. Watch this. Decent sized point of interest right there. That's cool. And then check that out, left or right on that right joystick, sorry. You can change the directions as well, which is super cool. You see that? Check him out. I'll show you what it looks like from the app again at this far away here. Check him out. And you can raise and lower him too. I forgot to mention that. Check it out. We can bring him way on up. Bring your camera down. Look at that. Super cool. All right, so we're running out of battery. So we're going to stop this point of interest here. All right. So what I'm going to do now, you guys, I'm going to shoot him out into this field over here. And we're going to hit our return to home if we can make it before the battery goes. I see the lights are blinking, so he may go into automatic return to home, which is one of the GPS fail-safe features. So let's shoot him out here and we're going to see what happens. Oh, you see that? Look at he stopped. She put us into the GPS fail-safe return home. Check it out. He is actually coming home all by himself now. I didn't even push the button. So he's going to raise up. I think I got it set for about 80, 90 feet or so. Check him out. Turn around. That's cool. He comes home forward. I like that. But that was cool, you guys. That was a perfect demonstration of how the GPS fail-safe works. If my battery would have been more full, he would have went further, but it only go as far away as it can where it knows how much battery's left to make it home. But here we go. See how close this dude's going to be to the landing pad. Looks like he's going to be somewhat close. Not bad, though. I'll show you the camera real quick. Got that screen in the middle. But anyway, back to the drone. Check him out. Gonna get himself ready.
Stop, return home.
And there he goes. Check it out. Not bad at all. Actually, maybe what, 3 feet from the landing pad, so that's good. Remember, all these drones, even the most expensive ones, you guys, are going to be off a little bit on that landing pad from where they took off from. They're trying to remember the coordinates and everything else. Sometimes you'll get it perfect. A lot of times, more times than not, it's going to miss the landing pad, but it won't be by much. As you can see here, maybe 3-4 feet at the most. Super, super cool. There you go, guys. That is the new and improved Ruko U11-Pro. I absolutely love this controller. The new controller is awesome, you guys. It really gives you something to grip onto. It feels good in the hand. And I like these nubs on the joystick. They're not real pointy like some of the others, so it's really easy to use. The button layout, very minimal, so for a beginner, there's not a whole lot to remember. Super easy to fly, guys. He is super controllable. These brushless motors did a great job. And not a bad camera at all for not being on a gimbal. Again, all around great starter drone for beginners and great price too, you guys. Right now on Amazon, only 280 bucks, you guys. But I did notice there is a $70 off clickable coupon, which is super cool. It means you can get this dude for right around $210, you guys. That's a damn good deal for this drone. The link's in the description. That's going to do it for this video, you guys. Hey, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Have fun. Stay safe out there, and remember, don't be a drone dummy.